If you manage a team or if you work with a bunch of teammates, I built this upgrade to my task tracker and it allows you to slice and dice all your team's information all in one space. So for example, right here I can see all of my teammates and any task that they have with a deadline in the next 7 days. Or if I want to see anything that's past deadline, I can do that too. And by default, without any special views, you can see exactly what tasks are pending for each one of your teammates. You also have a dashboard that shows how many tasks are pending for your team and a list of all the pending tasks sorted by date and then sorted by priority after the date. So you have a nice holistic snapshot of exactly what your team is working on at all times. There's also a snapshot calendar showing exactly what is due each day. And you can see some visualizations with the breakdown of how your team is performing. Best of all, this is super simple to use. Each teammate has their own task tracker, so that way they're not distracted by other people's tasks and can focus solely on themselves. And this is all built off of my automated task tracker. So for example, whenever I mark a task as pending, a timestamp will appear over here on the right hand corner. And whenever I mark a task as done, a timestamp will appear right here under task completed, and it will move from the task list to the bottom of the done tab. And since everything is synced, that task tracker is no longer going to be on your list since it's no longer pending. Recurring tasks are automatically added each day while you sleep. Anything that's marked as yes will automatically be added to the bottom of the task list. And then the last added date will update to whenever the last run was, and it will calculate when it needs to be completed again. And just like when it's removed, whenever anything is added, it will automatically be reflected on the team tracker as well. And you can sort by priority, different things like that to see exactly what's occurring when. I have this built for teams up to 20. If you have more than 20, you might want to look into more system software solutions instead of managing by spreadsheet. You can if you want to, you can always add more, but it's entirely up to you. Adding new teammates is super easy. All you have to do is click on the blank template and make a copy. And I'll put teammate example, click make a copy. And now we have a blank spreadsheet for them to use. All we have to do is go to visualizations and we'll put the name of the employee. So I'll put example employee. Enable the automation. So we'll go to extensions, app script. And whenever you create a new task tracker for each person, you'll need to make sure that it's authorized. So you'll just need to click run, review permissions, select your user, go to advanced, go to automated task tracker, and then continue. The reason why we need to do that is because it's not an officially vetted application that went through all the different vetting channels within Google itself. I made this, it's user generated, so that's why it's like that. Whenever you run it, it will give you this error. Reason why is because it's set to only work on edit because it needs to know what cell it needs to look at. So that's perfectly great. This will automatically be enabled when you enable the spreadsheet. And then for the trigger, you'll need to make sure you set that up for each individual person. You'll add trigger, copy recurring tasks, select event source, time driven, each day between, we'll say 2 to 3 a.m. and save. And when you do that, all the recurring tasks that have yes, that it needs to be added to the task tracker, it will automatically be copied each day to the task list. And then the last thing you need to do is simply go over here and you can paste the URL of the teammate, and then it will automatically populate with the range that needs to get pulled. And the last thing you need to do is allow access. Once you allow access, it will automatically be synced. So you can see right here, whatever we have listed for the name, it will automatically pull that name. And then once the different tasks are added to their task tracker, for example, unplanned, task example, not started, medium, we'll give today a deadline, and improve profitability. It will automatically be synced to the full team list. So if I go back to my task list, you can see example employee is now listed there. And if I go to my all tasks due, you can see that that's listed. So everything is flowing through exactly as we want it to. And that's really it. So the team tracker is not editable. So for example, if I try to edit this to something else, it's going to give us a reference error because it can't be overwritten. So this is more of a holistic view of every single individual task tracker all in one spot. So that way you can better manage your team. You can make sure nobody's drowning. You can offer additional resources, change priorities, different things like that. If you want to make edits, all you have to do is go to your team reports, go to whatever task tracker it is, and then from there you can make any edits that you want. So let's say instead of this being in the past, you want the new deadline to be next Friday, and instead of priority top, you want this to be priority high. Once you do that, it will automatically flow through on the team task tracker. So now you can see that that one is now priority high and the deadline is next Friday. All right, now the last thing I want to do is show you how to create the different groups on the table. So what you'll do is you'll click on this little views button on the full team task tracker, and then you can create different group by views. So for example, if you want to group by the teammate, you can click on that and it automatically groups by the teammate. By default, it might add some of these options. You can just select none if they're not interesting. For example, it's not interesting really for the deadlines, things like that. But I do want to see a count of the task list. So I can see the teammate and I can see how many tasks fall within that category. And you can couple groupings with filters. So if I want to see a filter for the next 7 days, for example, I can click on this little filter button, go to filter by condition, use a drop down to say less than or equal to, and I'll put equals today, open parentheses, close parentheses, plus 7. And that will be 7 days out from today, and anything that falls within that realm will be here. Now I'm going to save this view. I'll say deadline in next 7 days by teammate, for example, hit save, and now we're good. So if you don't save that, you'll still see it on this list, but it will say temporary view, then whatever that is. If you have temporary view, whenever you refresh the page, it will disappear. If you don't have a temporary view, if you have a permanent view, next time you click on it, it will still be there, and you can click on it to be able to go directly to that view without having to sort and filter all over again. One thing to note is if you make any changes, so for example, if I say pending, if I exit out of this view, it will save whatever changes you made. So now it will only show pending with those criteria you had earlier. So just keep in mind for that, if you want to have different views, you can have as many views as you like. So you can create different group by views, you can create different views by filter. So if you have a specific filter that you want to do, but you don't want to group anything. So if you want to see just pending statuses, for example, you can select those, save that view, and then you'll be good to go. All right, one last thing to note, this is super important. If you don't have these anchored in, so if it's just A2 and in, if you try to change this, so for example, this, sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work depending on where the formula is set. For example, if I do a filtered view and I have it sorting from A to Z, it's going to break. And the reason why it's breaking is because now the formula is down here instead of up there. So that's why it's important to lock that in. So if I go to don't save, let's go ahead and anchor this in with the $signs. You can press F4 to add those super quickly. Now, if I were to create a filtered view, so I'll go create filtered view, and now I can go A to Z, and now it will still work because the formula on the back end, not in the visualization, but on the back end, instead of moving down here, it's staying where it was. So super important. That's how to troubleshoot if you see that. But that's everything. Now you're ready for you and your team to start using your task trackers. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions and like and comment for more.